In chapter 2924, The Intricate Lives of Mrs. Lowe, her niece Jasmine, Cameron, Serenity, and Carrie unfold against the backdrop of familial expectations, resilience, and envy. Mrs. Lowe, a woman who once struggled under the oppressive gaze of her mother in law in the Lowe family, now finds herself reflecting on the contrasting fortune of her niece Jasmine. Unlike Mrs. Lowe, Jasmine marries into the Buckham family, a wealthier and kinder household where she enjoys a harmonious relationship, free from the harsh judgments Mrs. Lowe once endured. As Mrs. Lowe contemplates her past relationships, she compares her niece's blessed life to her own tumultuous experiences. Jasmine's marriage into the Buckham family symbolizes a departure from the cycle of suffering that Mrs. Lowe faced, offering a glimmer of hope and satisfaction for her aunt. This comparison also underscores the transformation of familial dynamics over generations, where Jasmine's favorable circumstances contrast sharply with Mrs. Lowe's earlier struggles. Parallel to this storyline, Cameron's journey of self discovery and empowerment takes center stage. Cameron, who had endured a miserable and painful past, finds solace and strength in the support of the York family, particularly through the encouragement of Serenity. Serenity's unwavering support helps bolster Cameron's confidence, reminding her that she is no longer alone and has a formidable support system behind her. The York family's presence serves as a powerful reminder of the strength found in unity and the importance of relying on loved ones during challenging times. Cameron's relationship with Callum also evolves in this chapter. Despite her initial nervousness, Cameron chooses not to burden Callum with her fears, believing that her newfound strength and the York family's support will suffice. This decision reflects her desire to maintain her independence and protect her husband's peace of mind. Callum, although sometimes naive and childlike in private, has shown a different, more mature side in public. Cameron's decision not to involve Callum in her worries underscores her growth and the trust she places in her own resilience. Meanwhile, Carrie, hidden behind a bookshelf and consumed by jealousy, observes Cameron's happiness with growing envy. Her life, marked by manipulation and exploitation at the hands of Mr. Lab, stands in stark contrast to Cameron's newfound joy and stability. This disparity fuels her resentment, driving her to tear a page from a book in a fit of frustration. Her impulsive act, captured by the bookstore's surveillance camera, forces her to contemplate her next move carefully. Her attempt to conceal her actions and her subsequent phone call from Mr. Lab highlight her precarious position. Her life, dictated by the whims of a controlling figure, leaves her feeling powerless and trapped. The torn page becomes a symbol of her desperation and the growing chasm between her and Cameron's lives. As Carrie waits for an opportunity to discreetly pay for the damaged book, her anxiety and frustration mount, amplifying her sense of helplessness. The chapter closes with Carrie reluctantly answering Mr. Lab's call, her voice drawing the attention of the three young ladies in the bookstore. Cameron, relying on her acute hearing, recognizes the voice as Carrie's, adding another layer of tension to the story. This recognition sets the stage for potential confrontations and further entanglements as the characters navigate their intertwined lives.